Hey, how's everyone doing? I wanted to share something today that I'm currently working on. It is a heart pulse monitor project. I'm trying to become an electrical engineer specifically, and I'm also interested in working with medical devices. So I wanted to do a project that kind of combines those two things together. So the project's basically just three major components. I have this Arduino board here, and then a display component, and then I have a sensor. So it's basically those three things. So it's sensor, display component, and Arduino board. So the end game of this will be to basically get a sensor to read data from your pulse, and then the Arduino board will then read the data and then display it through some sort of display component. Right now I'm just using an LED light display, very simple display, but I'm eventually planning on using some kind of screen like this one to show like all the data and kind of like maybe some you'd see in a hospital, like the vital sign and everything. So yeah, right now it's still pretty early. I'm currently mainly just learning how to program the Arduino board and to make a basic circuit that doesn't use a sensor yet, and then later I will incorporate the sensor. So yeah, so far I basically just have what I showed here, a very basic LED light circuit, nothing too crazy, but I'm just, again, figuring out how to make the basic circuits. So over time I'll probably be posting additional videos that kind of show the different kinds of circuits I'm making, and then eventually the sensor and how that all works, and then finally the display screen, and then the final like product or the final iteration of the project. And so in this video, I'm also going to show some of the materials I currently have and what they do and what I'm using them for, and then also kind of how that initial circuit I just showed works. So here's the materials I have so far. All right, for my materials, I've got this cable here, which I'm going to use to connect my Arduino boards to my computer. I've got these different jumper wires, which have different types of ends, which I'll use to make different types of basic display circuits. I have my main firmware, the Arduino Uno R3, which I'll be using as like the centerpiece for the project for programming. We've also got the sensor here, which has the reading part here and the part that will connect to the Arduino board here. I've got a lithium V3 battery, which I'll mostly just be using to test different circuits with. And then I've got some breadboards here. Got a standard sized breadboard here, and then a miniature breadboard, which I'll use based on what kind of circuit I'm making. I've got some resistors here, 220 ohms, and then some different types of switches and buttons, depending on whatever circuits I'm doing. And then I have some different display components. So I have LED lights, some like auditory buzzers, and then a display screen, which will kind of be like the main endpoint. So once I've got some good displays with these, I'll probably work on a display screen that shows like vitals and stuff and other data. But yeah, that's what I got so far. And then I also was going to show a circuit I'm currently working on. All right, so this is a pretty simple circuit I've got. It's really just an LED light, switch, resistor, and then some jumper wires attached to the board. This is a simple circuit I wanted to play around with just to kind of practice with the programming part. So it's essentially when I turn the switch on, the light will flash on and off for 1 second intervals. So I'll go ahead and turn it on. So as you can see, it is turning on and off. Yeah, it's just a basic void loop function I made with a delay of 1 second for each time it turns on and off. Yeah, pretty simple, but over time I'll try to probably make different types of LED circuits before I even use the sensor. And then once I have a better understanding of how the circuits work, I'll probably start incorporating the sensor. Right, so yeah, that's everything I have for the project so far. It's still fairly early on, so mostly just me learning how to make simpler circuits and program the Arduino board. But I will definitely make sure to post additional update videos if I make any interesting progress or I want to share anything cool about the project. But yeah, that's what I got so far. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope everyone's doing all right, and I'll see you in the next video.